You're in tune to Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and/or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Yeah, greetings to each and every one. Welcome. This is Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays from 7 p.m., 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour. We want to say big shouts to all our partnering stations, YouTube's radio.com, Victorious 89.1 FM. We also want to say big shouts to each and every one that is tuned in, locked in right here via our website at www.dapowerhouseradio.com. If you're locked in via the TuneIn app, if you're locked in via our telephone numbers at 667-930-9036. If you're locked in via the Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, we just want to say blessings and welcome to Reasoning Thursdays. I also want to say a big, massive shout to all of our sponsors, who keep it, who definitely support us each and every week. Hinkson Law Firm, I want to say big shouts to you, Mystique Enterprise, Unique Total Care, Awesome Renovations, One by One Care, Botastics. I want to say big shout to you. If you want to be a sponsor, then definitely hit us on up at DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. All right, we have a fantabulous program that we've been promising. We've been talking about reasoning deeply on domestic violence, etc. Let me mute couple. How's that? That's a little better, Queen?
It's kind of sound funny.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Kind of muffled.
Muffled, there you go, the word. Thank you.
A little better? Or it still sounded muffled? Are we still sounding muffled, or are we sounding a little better?
I guess we're going to have to work with it. It's not clear. A little better than before, yeah.
Clear, yeah. Okay, let me bring it down. Let me bring the volumes down a little bit.
But when you bring the volume down, it's making it lower.
Okay, you can hear me?
There you go.
You can hear me? It still sound muffled?
Yeah, a little bit, but we can hear you clearer.
Let me bring down the top. Alrighty, how am I sounding? I should have did a mic check. How are we sounding? We sounding okay? You choose, let me know how we sounding over there. Victorious, let us know how we sounding over there. Right.
You're sounding muffled.
Still sounding muffled. I don't know why I'm sounding muffled. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Okay, you sound clear. I'm not sure why I'm sounding muffled. You're sounding clear here.
You want to play that song, Ragamuffin?
You know what I'm saying?
I go way back in the day.
Way back. Alrighty, Jai. All right, let me pull you up. Let's see what's going on here. Hoping that we sound a little bit, hoping that I'm sounding a little bit better because everyone else is sounding nice and clear, and I'm sounding muffled up. All right, turn down the board a little bit here, and let's see what happens and if it gets any better. Alrighty. Well, we just want to say once again, welcome to each and every one. We have a fantabulous panel here tonight. We have some guests on our panel tonight. We have Let's Gripe that's joining us. Let's Gripe is on each and every Wednesdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on the Powerhouse Radio. We have Brooklyn Queens on the Indian that
Yeah.
is joining us tonight and going to speak about what happened in her life. And as we touch the topic of domestic violence, we touch the topic of signs on to look out for
Hmm.
before it gets that deep or before it reaches to the stage that it had in Zona's case. We have Molly Poppins that is joining us from Molly Poppins Adventures. And you all can go and check out her YouTube channel. She has a series going on right now explaining her journey um, out of and signs. And she's bringing in the signs that to look out for and things such as this. Before or even during it getting to the point um, of violence or murder or anything such as. Alrighty, so we asked you all going to share up the live, and I'm hoping that I'm starting to sound a little bit better as we continue to go on in the program. Want to take this opportunity before we dive into everything as well to invite you all to listen to the fantabulous programmings over here on the Powerhouse Radio on YouTube's Radio Victorious 89 Radio. As for the Powerhouse, tune in each and every, as you're doing right now, Thursdays, we do Reasoning Thursdays. No topic is off limit over here because our motto is not what you say, is how you say it. And we have to bring awareness to the people, and we respectfully agree to disagree on any topics that we need to disagree on. Also, that's each and every Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Saturdays, it's all about the Lady D Show. Definitely your headline news from all around the world, entertainment headliners, your joke of the day, what you know about it, did you know, and the best in all music, each and every Saturdays, 12 to 4 p.m. for all age groups. Alrighty, and each and every Sundays, it's all about love, nothing but love, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you can love upon yourself, love upon your loved ones, and all of these things. And each and every Wednesdays, it's all about let's gripe. If you have a gripe, you have a topic you want to read, you want to gripe about, then definitely hit up the Let's Gripe crew each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's with Tonya Marquez, Dr. Ross McKenna. And Reasoning Thursdays, as you're doing, is with Lady D, Queen, Darespecta, Noni, the Juice, Jai, and MC. MC going to be joining us a little bit late. Panel MC is trying out dancing. So she's in the dance group panel. So she's in the dance, so she's joining us a little bit later tonight, and then she's going to join in. I'm making it a little bit light before it get real heavy. All right. As we dive in, before we dive in, I want everyone just to say hello to the listening masses, however they're listening to us. Zoe, you want to greet the listeners?
You said Zona, right?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I hope each and every one is blessed and highly favored and doing as well as I am. How y'all doing? This is Brooklyn Queens, Zona's Pull-Up Kitchen, as I call it now, each and every Friday. I came on the show tonight because I want people to know what is really going on in homes and the secrets that are being kept. I don't know if you want me to start off as like that, Diane. Is that okay?
Not quite yet. We're just gonna give everyone else to go on and to say hello, and then we can.
Okay, there we go to introduce ourselves. Well, I'm Zona Inman, and I'm um, a mother that's part of domestic violence, and it's good to meet you all tonight. I am Brooklyn Queen, and nice to meet you all.
All right, Queen,
Yes.
we're not hearing you.
You're muted.
You
Okay.
mute yourself, Mama. Unmute yourself.
Welcome to our guests, and of course, our panel. Um, Thank you all for joining us. Remember, share with your friends, your neighbors, and touch that like button. Okay, we have a lot of stuff we want to share with you.
All right, Darespecta.
You're welcome on and all to positive love.
Darespecta, you're breaking up, sir.
Huh?
So it sounded like you were breaking up.
You're welcome on and all. Thanks for joining.
All right, that's great, Tonya.
Good evening, everyone. Lady D, thank you for having me join your show tonight. I'm looking forward for the wonderful topics and things that we can help our community with tonight. So thank you for the invite.
Molly Poppins. Am I saying it correctly?
Molly, yes. So, yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Molly Poppins. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, ready to share my story and hear everyone else's story as well.
Joy.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm the baby of the crew.
All right, Noni. Noni the juice.
Hey, hello everybody. It's good to be here and it's good to see some new faces here. I'm not really sure what the topic is on because I missed it last week, but welcome everyone. And I hope we do have a lot of listeners listening on the different platforms, Facebook, Instagram and all those other platforms. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Lady D, your sound is muffled. So that's why I didn't hear you. It's real like distorted. I don't know if anybody else can hear it that way, but it's not coming through clear.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on my end tonight in the studio here. I'm going to try another mic. I'll go to mic 2 and see if I sound a little bit better. And you all could tell me. Then we go from there. Am I sounding a little bit better?
You're louder, but not too much better.
It's not clear at all. It's very distorted.
Yeah, like I said, it's the host. You're the one that's distorted because I'm hearing everybody else clear.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in the studio tonight with me, but let me see if I turn down some of these levels.
You did something. You sound better right there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think I know what happened. All right. I'm sounding better now?
Little.
Yeah? Okay, let me turn down these. I have to turn these up for another show that took place.
Definitely normally didn't sound like that before.
You know I never sound like this before. All right. I think I've got it. That sounds better because it's just going to flow and then I'm going to work on it as we go on. But all right, let's go on and dive right in it. Let's dive right into our reasoning topic, which once again, it's all about abuse and the signs of abuse. We could start out with Zona Brooklyn Queen. You want to take it?
I sure will. Good evening again, everyone. I'm the mother of domestic violence. 4.5 years ago, I'm just gonna jump right in so I could get right off to as well to hear everyone else's story. And I lost my children, two of them, my daughter and my son. They were murdered by my daughter's husband. The secrets and the deceitful lies and things that are being told, we're never hearing it until after the fact. My daughter hid a lot of secrets from me, and she was murdered in front of her son. Also, my son was murdered as well. We pretend to ignore these signs and these secrets, these beatings, these um, babies outside and things like that. What I want people to understand that this thing is serious. We just faced worldwide a young man killing 8 children. It starts with the mental state of mind. There are mental things that are going on in our guy's mind that we don't realize what's going on. And it starts at home. What I want to get out is how could we reach out to some of these men because they are mentally losing their mind and are killing our daughters, our children, our family, our kids. It's deeper than my story. You know, when I look at a man killing 8 children, for what? Senseless murders are being done and there's nothing being heard, nothing being said. No one is talking about it. No one is coming out it. I lost my kids 4 years ago and I heard and I cried each and every day because it was a senseless murder. Because he went out there, he cheated, he manipulated my daughter. She was 23 years old. Our young girls are green. They don't understand certain things in life and certain signs that we may see as an adult. I was one myself, um, a battered wife, and I kept a lot of things quiet because I didn't want my family to know. I didn't want people to know the beatings and the argument and the disrespect. I started speaking out to young ladies and young men and stop hiding the secrets because this is where the issue ends. We were taught keep your mouth shut, don't tell our business in the house, don't go outside. And no, let's open up because my daughter's friend even knew up to the minute of her death that this kid something was wrong and no one never called and said anything was happening because they scared of Miss Zona, Miss Brown, whatever they call me. We are being trapped in our own, how could we say it, our own, mental issues. And our young men are doing it's crazy now. We just had a young lady that lost her life a week ago. She just was buried, what, 2 days ago or yesterday? 22 years old. I watch everything. I see it all. But we need to get out. And I would love to join each and every one of y'all. I have I signed up with Project Renewal because they brought my story out first. Fatal Attraction. I've did a lot of little things that because I want people to hear. I want our secrets to come out. We got to stop lying to our children. We got to tell our story. Maybe they'll hear us more. We got to stop hiding those secrets in the homes because this is destroying our children. My daughter was shot in front of her son, her one son. Okay? To this day, this kid do not like noise because of the 10 gunshots he had to endure. But don't know nothing because he's 17 months. And here it is, I'm raising him. And it's a hard task because I'm trying to deal with life as a mother of losing two children. And I don't know if I want to be normal or my mood swings be crazy. It's terrible now. So ladies, when I tell you this is serious now, start talking to your nieces, your cousins, all of them. Be that nosy person. My daughter said to me, and I won't stay too long. She said, "Ma, I said something to her husband when the baby's sick. He didn't want me to say anything to him." She said, "Ma, can you talk to me when anything is wrong?" I said, "No, I'm in your business." But she started lying to me. She trapped my son. I don't care what nobody want to say. She told Lavoy, who's not a gunman, who don't pick up guns, don't like gunshot. And this kid killed my two kids. And I suffer every day as to why you did it, but I can't question God no more because it's already done. So
Donna.
be that man. Just talk to your family members. Let's get it out there. Repost my story because I want people to know Project Renewal done got involved. Even Fulton County, they go out every year to arrest people that's into domestic violence that has a charge for that. There is a number for help. I have the number. My number is 470-893-4554. Every week I do a fish fry to survive for me and my grandson. People thought we got this big money. We don't. But August 29th, I'm doing a big fish fry, Diane. And I would like to see everyone's support come in because I still have not put down my children's plaque with their name on the grave. And I'm going to get that accomplished this year. It's going to be done. October 27, 2021, they were murdered. And it's going on 5 years. I need to put that down. But yet and still, I'm asking each and every one, let's get online every week. Let's go on Facebook every week. Let's put this out because our young men are killing our girls and it's serious. And some of our girls are doing things that should not provoke these men because we tend to do that when we upset, when we don't like what they do. Let's learn to live with love, peace, and joy. It's hard at times, but we can do it. And let's teach each one because this is serious times. It's already the Caucasian is killing us, but we gonna kill each other? Come on. Come on. Be that nosy mom, that nosy cousin, that nosy auntie. I will support. I will come out. I have pamphlet. I have numbers for people to get help. We need help. We in a crisis, a domestic violent crisis. Don't come tell me 2020 sent us off the roof. No, this stuff been happening from day one. We ignore all the signs because we think it's love. It's not love. It's lust. It's two different words. And I hope I'm making sense to what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, whoever else is on this show. It's important we talk to our children now. It starts at home. I'm raising her son. He's 6 years old now. And I got to teach him, don't you hit that girl. Don't you this. And then I also got to show him what happened to his mother and dad. This is mommy and dad. Mommy dead. Daddy is in prison for life. So he dead to him too. No other way to put it. I ain't sugarcoating nothing no more because I was ashamed to come out when it happened, but I'm not ashamed anymore. And if I'm speaking out of place, I do apologize, but I'm raising this kid and I got to tell him what happened to his parents. It's not easy. So let's stop it from now. Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
Stop the
That
violence.
Thanks for
Well,
that.
I do
Yeah.
want to send out my condolences to you and your
Thank you.
family. Definitely know it's something hard that you have to live with every day.
Every
And
day.
I just, I remember one of the things that touched me was when you stated that you were also in an abusive relationship. So, did you ever had a conversation with your daughter
No,
about?
they seen it. And this is maybe why she's stuck in it. Because
Yeah.
she seen what happened to her mother. She may not, she thought it was okay to stick with this guy. And it wasn't. It was her husband, just like he was mine. And it was her dad. And I took that abuse. I did a prayer retreat about 2, 3 weeks ago. Excuse the tears and the emotions. Because
It's warranted.
they do come involved when I speak about my children for what happened.
Yeah.
And I had to ask God to forgive me because I blamed myself for a lot. But I healed from that. It took a lot to heal. It took a lot to process, but I
But
healed from it
But
because,
Donna, you can't
yes,
blame yourself
I
either. You
know,
know what I
I
mean?
know,
Because
I
the
know.
thing is, everybody's responsible for their actions. You know what I mean? And if you feel that you need some type of help, go out and seek that help. You know? So I mean, you have all right to feel the way how you feel. Those are your children. I mean, you didn't intend for anyone to take their life like that.
and
So go ahead and express yourself and show your emotions because that's something traumatic.
Mhm.
and Zona, I so feel for you because you've lost two out of three of your children.
My babies.
Lost your two babies at one time.
Yeah.
I couldn't phantom knowing. I couldn't even begin to know what you're going through.
Mhm.
And every day to have to look at your grandson,
Every day.
yeah,
And he looks just like his daddy. That's the crazy thing.
And like you said, we have to start having conversation,
Yes. Yes.
conversations with our children, our
Yes.
grandchildren,
Hmm.
even the neighbor's child, because sometimes,
Yes.
some of these kids, they just need somebody to, yes,
Guidance.
you're scared of them,
Yes.
but sometimes you have to go out of your zone and go
Hmm.
into theirs,
Yeah.
because sometimes they do need help. I've been in cab lift where the young people start talking to me and they're going through so much.
Yes.
You
Me
know what
too.
I mean?
Yeah.
And
Me
they
too.
want to express it and talk about it.
I was in the doctor's office 3 weeks ago, and the young girl, we were talking, and she said, my mom had to save me. And I said, what? I don't even remember how we got on the subject, but God led me and it's happened 2 times. I'm at the doctor's office. One of them happened to get shot,
Mm.
but they never went back. And I thank God for that
you know,
because this is the problem. We don't know when to walk away. We don't
Yeah.
know when to, just let go. It's hard, but we got to learn because this is causing us trauma,
and on that,
lives.
yeah, and on that note, that brings me to Molly and her story.
Thank you, Jesus. You here, baby.
To commend the
Hallelujah.
as I watch each episode, and I'm hoping I'm clearer, but as I watch each episode, it gives me hope
You are.
that, and I wanted to bring her on because she's a staple of what a lot of women these days I feel need to be when their mind and their intuition says to move and to stand firm
Mm,
on on um on their decisions that they're making. And I love the episodes as well because at the end, she gives you some pinpoints as to lessons and things that she's learned through this journey. So, Molly, would you like to enlighten us a little bit about your journey and the episodes that you have been bringing forth in regards to just even signs? And I'm gonna get back to you, Zona, and I'm gonna open the panel so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
get to reason on topics as well. But would you like to give us an insight on what happened with
Yes. Yes. First, thanks for watching and supporting. I know it's very difficult to get people to take away their time to like focus on a somebody's YouTube channel. And let me just say the only reason why I put it out there because I'm 46 years old. I've been in relationships. Bad things have happened to me before, and it's just life, right? But it's just with the climate and everything that's going on. Every time you turn on the news, it's like some man unalived his woman or his partner or something like that's been going on. And I feel like I got out in time, and I'm the type of person that I'm kind of no nonsense anyway. Like I don't waste time with people, and but I'm also I don't jump out immediately. I kind of see and don't see when I'm in a relationship. I'm not nagging. I'm not in your down your back 24/7. I just kind of see and don't see. I'll tell you what I don't like, and if you continue, then then it's a problem. I kind of leave without notice. So anyway, well, what happened with my ex-husband now and I? Thank God for Jesus, it's over. Okay.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I have made a 12 episode docu series. Actually, tonight is episode 11 and 12. But he and I met in 2021. Okay, here in the states via an entertainer. So he and I we've been talking back and forth for a while. He played sports. He used to play sports for Jamaica, and I don't want to put his out there, but anyway, he used to try to get me to come to Jamaica to like he wanted me to uproot my life and come to Jamaica, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. My life is here. We kind of did that for a couple of years. Finally, he decided that he wanted here. He wanted us to try building a life together. So I was like, okay, fine. Very ambitious, workaholic, all good things. He had his place and all his stuff together in Jamaica. Like you would think, upstanding, disciplined guy, whatever. I give him a chance. So long story, not to go into too much of it. But when he did come here, at first, when you don't have your paperwork together, right? He's an immigrant, but he's been here, but he didn't have his green card. He would come on a visa. So he would go work with guys and his teammates who have a job here, have a job there, or get crews together and they go work, but they were always not paying him what they said they were going to pay. This is what kind of expedited us getting married because I'm like, okay, he's here with me, but he's not bringing in the money that I know he could bring in. He's not hitting his full potential because we're waiting on this marriage thing. Mind you, we've already been talking since 2021. I was like, and I think I know the guy pretty well. You figure you know somebody. Okay, so we fast forward, got married, and we got all applied, and he got it in. So that was
your
quick because
your connection's a little off.
mine.
Yeah, we hear, but go ahead. Go ahead. Making your
I don't know. Sorry.
your internet giving a little trouble, but go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, we got married in August, applied in October, and then he got his paperwork in July. He green card in July. He had got the work permit like February. When he got that, he was like, okay, he's good. He started working, so he started going to states to work. He'll be gone for 1 month at a time. Mind you, I'm not tripping. He could go, he could do his thing, whatever, come back. He's gone a month, come back, gone a month, come back, no problem. Then he started being gone 2 months at a time. And then it got to a point where he was gone for and and it kind of bothered me, but I was still like, okay, we already have a plan. He's stacking money and I have control of all his things. And we have plans. We're gonna go to Jamaica, deal with my land. We're gonna, buy property here. We had a whole bunch of plans. So one time he called me. One time he called me like 5 o'clock. No, I think it was like 3 in the morning, and he's like, his wallet got stolen. He's in. I think at this point he was in Mississippi or something like that. And there are fraudulent transactions on our account. So, okay, that the story wasn't jiving with me, so I was like, okay, whatever. But I already put, okay, whenever this man come back, we have to start using protection. But I didn't tell him nothing on the phone. Just let the go by, right? I don't want to say nothing to put him on. So the next morning, after the wallet was allegedly stolen, oh, I don't need to call around, because I was calling the police station. I was calling the hotel to see if they have cameras. Like, I'm doing my own investigation, because you can't just say foolishness, right? So the next morning, he said some white girl came to his hotel room, knocked the door, and gave him his wallet. So I had a whole bunch more questions. How she know where your room is? Like, a whole bunch of questions. Anyway, whenever he came back home, he wanted to, get in the mood. I told him he have to use protection. We have to use protection now, because you're going 3 months at a time. I don't know any Jamaican man on the planet who could go 3 months without having sex. Okay, so I don't know what you're doing, and I'm not accusing you, but I'm just protecting myself. Anybody have a problem with that? I don't know what to tell y'all, but I felt like that. Okay, so he was like, how he not used to his wife and this and that and da 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 da. Okay, well, guess what? He took a stance. I took a stance. So that started us with the no having sex thing.
Yeah.
September. That was September. So the hurricane happened in Jamaica in the end of October, and finally in November I was able to go to Jamaica to go see about my dad. So I went to Jamaica for 2 days. Tuesday before Thanksgiving. The Wednesday, the man called down my phone and my sister's phone, and accusing me of being there with man and all kind of foolishness. Because he feel like if I'm not sleeping with him, I must be sleeping with somebody. So
Was that one of your first signs that something is starting to be off?
that was the first sign with the incident that actually caused the breakup. But if I really am honest with myself, from the very beginning, I should not never got with this man, because how about when we for our very first conversation, I asked him, did he have any kids? He was like, no. And I was like, well, we don't need to be together, because I have a son. He's grown. He's self-sufficient. And I don't want to have any more kids. He was like, oh, suppose me tell him I can't have no picnic. So he told me he can't have kids. As soon as we got married, the man started telling me how, I thought you couldn't have kids, because he started bringing the kid argument. So I was like, I thought you couldn't have kids. He said, no, I told you, suppose I tell you that. I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, mind games, mind games. Did he ever become domestic to you? When was the first sign of him being domestic?
Physical. I feel like this man, he, the reason I feel like he didn't ever put hands on me, because I have brothers. Okay. And he know that they don't play that. So, but
He was
anyway, I'm not
being a narcissistic, not what you call
narcissist,
them, man.
narcissist, narcissist.
Yeah, yes, yes. And he was manipulating you. That's what
He
he
was
was doing. The
from the
same
beginning,
thing he did to
but a
my daughter.
smile, the smile,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
that's how they do you.
Exactly. And the thing about it though, when I came home from Jamaica after Thanksgiving, the man called the police. He called the police on me. He telling me how. See, in the docu series, I didn't get this explicit, but that night he was telling me how he want pum pum tonight and this and that and all kind of things. And I'm telling this man, what? No, like no, I'm not doing this with you. We're going back and forth, and this man's the next thing I heard him calling on his phone on speaker 911. I hear 911. He hear him about, yes, my wife called up. He said I need the police here. My wife backed a gun on me. I need the police here.
So he's getting ready to get you arrested because
Man, lying,
you don't
lying.
want to sleep with him. That is crazy.
That's why
That,
I told him, I said, yo, Pum Pum is your God. Cause what? How? You calling a cop ruin? He can ruin everything I have going on, and at
yeah.
this big age, I told him, I said, cause I used to be a paralegal and I work with the legal industry. I work at a state attorney office for like over 8 years. I said, you know what that charge would have been? Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and it would have been enhanced because it's domestic, right? Where am I going my big age to get it and get a job? If
Yeah.
something would have happened to me, if I would have gotten arrested, I would have lost my job. I would have lost everything. And it was Thanksgiving. I would have not gotten out of jail until Monday morning.
You know where one of my things were that I got a little frightened for you is with one of your episodes that I was observing, that I was watching. Um it appeared that he started to stalk you
Hmm.
after the
Yes.
calling the police. Then I saw that he was stalking you, coming to your home 4 o'clock in the morning, six
Yes,
o'clock in the morning, showing up
yes.
everywhere that you were at. How
At the
did you
park.
feel? Say that again, Jai.
No, I watched the series too. I was saying, even at the park, it was kind of like, what are you doing? He got your location or something? Like, it just started getting weird.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out how he got my location. And this now that
Well,
you
they
guys are saying
tracking
this,
you.
it's
Yeah,
reminding me of
tracking.
something else that I did not put in there, and that's was I found because he goes around, he installs cameras in people's houses. I
Hmm.
found a camera, like a Ring camera, but it was his the company he works for. It was their name brand. It wasn't Ring, but I found it on the window right here
So
behind this curtain.
so he was watching you
I didn't
because
even put that in the in the
I
in the.
had I
That
had
is,
a question. You after I say this, Jai, then you go, because I had that question as to how did he show up in the park and know you were going to be at the park? Because I started to say, is there a camera somewhere in the house? Go ahead, Jai.
no, I wasn't saying too much either, but those were my questions too, because that's when I said, oh, he's getting weird, like real possessive. When he showed, it was the park incident that really like made my eyebrow go up, because I was like, okay, I can see you showing up at the house that early. You would expect her to be home. You know her work schedule, you kind of know what her day to day would look like, but the park threw me off.
Yes, it threw
And
me
I'm
off.
like, no, there's cameras somewhere.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Molly, you think you
Or he
enable
has the
him in
location
any?
and you don't know he has your location. He
Mm.
has to. How would he know you were at the park at that time?
That's why I'm thinking he must that camera that he had in here. He could hear me. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
he was following you. My
Yeah.
daughter's son husband was following. He turned the cameras off and he turned them on because the system was set up to his phone. So he knew everything you were doing. He even knew the conversations my daughter and my son had.
Mm.
Molly,
That's
you
how
think
tricky that he turned off the cameras October 4th. Trust me. He knew everything and went across the street to the neighbors and asked them if their cameras was working. He was
And,
watching you
and when
the
you really
whole
think
time.
about it, there's the technology has advanced so much. There's air tags.
It's, I
There's a
thought
lot
about
of
that.
things that you could just throw in the back of somebody's car. I'm a mom, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those parents. I'm finding my kid. I send her on field trips with air tags. So it's something as small as that, and they're little, dainty. Put it under your seat. You never know it's there.
Yeah.
That's when I got weirded out, though. I was like, he's weird. He's following you.
so? Molly, do you think you enable him in any way for him to treat you that way and dealt with you the way he did?
Um,
Because I know you.
I've never
It's
seen
like
any
seemed like
sign.
you was more or less providing most of the finances. It seemed like.
Um, no, Kind of. Let me not say no, right? Because in the beginning, it was like a rough patch. But
Mhm.
for a while, probably like I said, from um that was what, like February 2025. Yeah, ever since he really providing, and even to this day, I still have a joint account together. I need to go take my name off the account, but I can look at his account or our account, which I don't use it, but I can watch what he's kind of doing, and I see the funds that I put in there. So even when we had divorce court for the for David, he makes $5,000 a month, and he makes like $3,500 a week. But I didn't say nothing because I wanted the judge to just end it. Like I wanted divorce to be final, and I wasn't asking for anything, so I didn't say a word. Like I just was like, okay. But he
How
was,
how do you feel now? Are you with the divorce final and so on? How do you feel now? Are you afraid? Have you scanned your home to make sure there's no cameras? Are you looking behind you when you come and go? Especially, let me say this, especially with your with your documentary that you're doing, bringing that out
To the forefront, yeah.
to the forefront. What
yeah.
is the
Mhm.
reaction to that?
So good question. I am very relieved because of the divorce, but when it comes to my safety, I'm not as shook as maybe I should feel because everybody is saying this to me like, yo, be careful, keep your head on the swivel, like, make sure you. But I do when I get in my car in the morning because I have to be at work at 6 a.m. When I get in, so it's dark outside. So when I get in my car, like when I walk out, I'm looking, when I get in my vehicle, I look in the back seat, like I do stuff like that. But I know I need to even be more careful. I need to carry my thing at all times, but I
You
haven't.
need to be very careful.
Yeah,
Even with a
Very, very
even
careful.
with a protective order, you still have to be extra careful. Yeah.
Well, Respecta, you've been kind of quiet over there. Did you want something to say?
In and the hurt. And I want to say to my condolences and to all the other victims out there. Um, it is
Thank you.
always wrong. There's nothing positive like someone out of dispute and false belief and accusations and all the things that goes along with it. It's wrong for a man to mistreat a woman. It is
Yes.
for the woman to mistreat the man. But the woman
Mhm.
that the man don't have in the beginning. Because the man, if the man is serious about wanting you, you have the power to say, okay, if I'm going to date you and you're serious about me and there's no wife, no children, I need to know where you work. I need to know your full address. I got to have something about you before I take a chance with you. And if those things can be given to you, then you need to move on fast. Don't even give a date. Because just about nine out of 10 men have a wife or a woman. Because everyone hears the stories about the percentage of women comparing to a man, like 100 to 1. So 9 out of 10 men have a woman. And every woman being approached by a man feel that right away. That this man is lying. He got somebody. But for whatever reason, loneliness makes a woman gives in to that man, or the good look, or the promises of what he can do for you. And you take it and give it a chance and run with it. It is absolutely wrong. There's no way around it. Regardless what's going on in the relationship, a man should never lift his hand or weapon to a woman. I must tell a part of my story. It's been 6 years. There have been times when I have to pull back from her nose, smile, grin, and leave my house several times because I had a mom who taught me think twice, then think twice again before you react to some anger or some situations. So, mom, I listened to mom and I studied what mom told me. And due to the fact that I was blessed to born on Mother's Day 63 years ago, and respect women. And the last thing I want to say, including myself, there's a lot of men out there, husbands and just boyfriends, who are the right one for that woman they're with. Well, for whatever reason, they start off good and something happened along the way where the woman is not respecting that good man anymore. If it's loss of a job, finance not the same like it used to be, someone getting close to his woman, he start to feel like there's something going on with his woman and somebody else. And if he speaks, automatically becomes it's an accusation. You don't trust me. You're mentally abusing me. You're a narcissist. You walk, gaslighting, all these things that a man don't like to hear. Because that good man know that he's a good man and he's not bringing trouble to his woman. He just fall on some hard times financially, and that would cut off the bedroom action because he's not bringing nothing to the table no more. But the good woman is gonna say, "Babe, don't worry, you'll get back up on your feet. I got you." Those things don't happen no more. Women who think that they're big, bad, and mighty and challenging the man, knowing it's the wrong thing to do, and they do it anyway. But anyway, a woman got the power in a physical situation. She has to get courage. And whatever happened after that, the man needs to wake up with a busted knee or a busted head or some hot water soup.
But you see, sometimes the respecter. Sometimes it's not just regular um issues. Sometimes it's mental. Like we talk about, we've been talking about this for months about the mental challenges that these
Yes.
people have. And it's not being taken care of because, especially in the black communities, a lot of these men, these black folks, they feel that it's not proper for them to go see a psychiatrist or see a psychologist or whatever you. They think it's depicting them as stupid or sick. But it's sometimes it's important when you have been through certain trauma in your life and in your family for you to get help. And I can say this from my knowing of an individual that went through some traumas, and now the children are paying for it as adult. So these things happen, and you have to understand that when they're little like that, they absorb everything. I've worked with pre-Kers, and I'm telling you, they absorb everything around them.
Everything. Everything.
Everything they absorb. So and some people don't have the mindfulness to
Mhm.
to sort of be careful how they channel certain things around these children, so they grow up and they become monsters, you know,
Exactly.
and that's it.
Exactly. And that's just how that boy was. Because my daughter was that respectful young lady. She believed in her marriage. She was a child of God. 23 years old, she let go her virginity. I just want to say that to one man. And she worked hard. She was a deputy sheriff and she respected him. He didn't respect her.
So you know
And he
what?
still ended up killing her. So
So
you could do this what he just said, and they just flip it on you.
Can I
That
so
say,
mental state of mind.
there's a street word that we hear every day. Narcissist.
Yes,
Narcissist, there's a medical term for it. It is in
yes,
the family class of bipolar, schizophrenia,
yes.
etc. So it's not the street word is narcissist, but it is
Mhm.
a mental disease. It's a mental illness.
Yeah.
So when you meet someone and you see those things, we have to look at those things. Those
Mhm.
those are red flags. And I remember being in a situation one time that I was saying, huh, he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Which one I'm going to get today? At that time, I laughed about it, did not realize that I was onto something and it was something serious until I got deeply in the relationship to realize not only is he narcissist, he has a problem. He knows that he's sick, but they don't feel like they're sick. They don't need to talk to anyone. They don't need therapy or anything like that. So we as women and men, when you meet someone, because we know what the normal thing is in life. I used to tell people, my ex-husband, he used to say, I love you to death. I said, no, don't love me to death. Some people think it's cute. Oh, he can't live without me. No, I want you to live without me. So we see signs as men and women because there are women who are narcissists. There are women who has mental illness and they're abusers in their relationship. A lot of men don't talk about it. So what we have to do is, like Zona said, if we see a family member is in a relationship, and there are keywords when you see them make excuses for their other half, and you know, well, that doesn't sound right. It's time to have conversation. But hey, I don't want to get in your business. You know, if you feel like talking to me about it, let's talk about it. But have you thought about going to counseling? Have you guys thought about family therapy? Things like that, just encouraging them. Because remember, not only the Black community, especially the Caribbean community, me not going to, me not need to talk to nobody. Nobody can't tell me what to do. So you have those behaviors in the Caribbean house.
Ooh.
They could talk to themselves. They don't need to talk to anyone. So, but when there's love in that relationship, as a wife, as a husband, as a spouse, a partner, baby, we argue for no reason sometimes. Baby, I get upset for no reason sometimes. You get upset. Let's talk. Let somebody who don't know us kind of talk to us and let's see what's going on. Because you know, you don't want to tell a man, you tell a man, say you need to go talk to somebody because something wrong with you. That opens up another can of worm. So it's a thing where being compassionate, having empathy, and saying, let's go talk to someone. You know, because sometimes I notice I get upset and I get irritated sometimes, but I don't mean that. I love you. I want this relationship to work. Let's see if we could get someone to kind of, you know, see what am I doing wrong? How to address certain things. Even sometimes if we have to take some of the blame just to get them to go to talk to someone.
Don't take the blame, but try to encourage them, because when we take on their blame, they'll keep manipulating us and keep going. But what I want to say, not to cut you, you see, sometimes we have certain baggages we want to let go. I want to say, these baggages, we got to learn to talk to our children like this. You see, when you was a kid and you may have got bit by an ant, and not to cut you just now, and you say, oh, that hurt, that was painful, right? Sometimes we need to take that pain and take that backpack on us, take that same pain we took years ago and put it down and don't pick it back up. These are the words we want to get into our children's head, because they hold on to so much pain, so much trauma. And sometimes it could be the littlest things that we could get out of them to just make a difference. But we too busy, how I want to put it and say the right word. We too busy worried about ourselves. It's not about me anymore. I used to think that way. It's not about me. It's what could I make a difference in someone else now?
Yeah.
Because we got hurting souls walking around here,
Yeah.
right in front of our face.
Hmm.
We party with them. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
we party with them and don't even know they hurting so
They're,
bad.
they're going through because people behind closed doors is one thing.
Hmm. Yep.
And I know the respecter, you wanted to say something. I was getting a little static feedback from you, so that's why I kept muting you. Um,
Mm.
we're gonna have this, I'm still getting the static feedback from you. Let me see if I can mute Queen.
You break.
And go ahead, the respecter, and then we could hear from MC is on and Noni. We're gonna go back to Molly.
ask that every time.
Go ahead, the respecter.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Asking every woman on the panel and every woman listening to please look into themselves in the situation that occurred and ask themselves, what could I have done to change this and change that? I allowed this to happen. I believe when he said this and when he said that, when he did this and did that, I believed, I went along with it. At no point in a woman's situation with a man, that woman for a moment entertained another man trying to be with her. A woman has to be honest in the situation. Men have intuitions too. So the average woman, no woman can actually say no. I get up every morning, I leave my husband, I leave home, I go to work, I go to school, and there's not one man that be with me. There's not one man I entertain with sweet talks. There's not one man I went off with lunch. Got to be honest with yourselves. The man is wrong for bringing violence. The woman is wrong for using a certain tone with the man and telling the man because the man is putting accusations out there that, oh, you need therapy, you need a doctor. That is wrong. That will drive a man, the average man, over the hill. Like
You,
I said,
that's gonna
I've
you're
been
saying that's gonna
not,
drive the average man over the hill because you tell a man that he needs therapy?
so Lady D, you don't think that's a trigger?
Why would I? No, I don't feel that that should be a trigger because you're acting a certain way and you're doing a certain you're acting a certain way, the respecter. That
Realize now,
I as your wife or I as your significant I as your partner should
okay,
be able to say, babe, what I'm seeing is not normal.
but let
You need to really go get some help or let us go get some help.
me,
You know, I brought this to you all last week, and I'm gonna mute you because I'm getting a feedback. I bought it to you all last week that this is my problem with men. The respect I gotta mute you because I'm hearing a feedback. Just give me a minute. I brought it to you all last week that you all men is the problem because men always come with these excuses. What do you see you did wrong? What didn't you see you did wrong? Why we have to look and say we did something wrong? Why can't men look and see that they are the problem? Why can't we say to a man, babes, you ain't right now. You may need to step back and go get yourself checked out, separate for a minute, and let's get our bearings intact. Where it always coming back to what the woman, what's wrong with the woman, what we have to watch what we say, we have to watch what we do, we have to watch how we act. I mean, I don't think that's because we're afraid to set a trigger off in a man.
And that's not right
It's not.
because you're out there doing wrong, and then you want me to accept what you're doing wrong. Like this cat, he was out there making babies, turn around, debate, find out that he made the babies. He sent his brother to do the DNA test, and then you get my daughter involved in this, and then you turn around and kill my child when the girl is the one that caused all the problem for you. She wasn't the problem. It was the one you was cheating with.
You know, and I,
Okay, and then they talk about the women. The women upset you did something wrong, and I go off about it, and you don't like it.
yeah,
So I'm the villain here. I'm the bad one.
I would
You
like
make me the bad one. No, that's not how it works.
I would like for men to hold men accountable and having stop every time putting it in a woman's
what have I been
lap
saying?
to what? Say that again.
What have I been saying since I've been on here?
I
He's been saying right. He's been saying right.
I hear you, but
Yeah.
then you're telling, but then in another tongue, you're saying women.
No, listen, I'm the only man on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only being mute because there's noise and there's no noise. Listen, I'm keeping it real. You
Mm-hmm.
are defending woman. I'm not defending man. I'm not defending woman. I'm saying it's wrong for any man to put hands or weapon on his woman, to his woman.
Mm-hmm.
Time. The woman cannot say that she live her days every day not being confronted by a man sexually or she looking at another man sexually. So if that husband or that man realize that something ain't right, the bedroom, what used to go on in the bedroom, doesn't go on anymore, and I'm noticing it's not days now, it's weeks. And I'm noticing now that my woman is not undressing in front of me no more or dressing in front of me anymore. And I did nothing wrong. I'm busting my tail and I'm out there. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But then here come now the anger, the disgusting and the cussing and all those things. And everything boils down to a man, the average man never heard of that word narcissist before. I promise you. The average man learned about narcissists from a woman. The one-on-one therapy when you're in a relationship is a waste of time and money. If there's one person wrong, according to the other person, the woman think the man is a problem, and the man must go and keep get counseling therapy. That's not how it works. It's two, husband and wife, woman man, marital counseling, family counseling. So the counselor can listen to both sides at the same time and see where the problem is. They can tell who is full of strife and who's not. They can tell who is the deceiver and who's not. The therapist is only there to make money and deal with one person. I
Um,
have no problem. I've never in my life put hand on a woman. Don't have no intent.
Respect to,
so,
I think I keep hearing you're saying the same thing, but you're talking in two tongues.
so here's what I want to say.
Let MC go. Let MC go.
So the point I wanted to make. Good night, guests. It's nice to meet you. I'm MC. I'm one of the panelists. Hi everyone and audience. Good night. I wanted to say first of all, I heard one of the guests she came on and she said that everyone should see a therapist. And the respecter is saying that's not good and they want to collect money. With everything, every therapist, every specialist that you see, there are good, great ones, and there may be ones who are just here for the money. You have to find the right one. So I don't know who you've spoken to. I don't know if you've ever seen a therapist or you hear from somebody else.
You know what happened
But
to
there are great therapists out there. And why is it good to see a therapist? Because I have a friend and she's always the one who everyone talks to. So she feels like she can't talk to anyone else because she feels like she's going to burden them, you know? So what would be helpful for her if she doesn't feel like she wants to burden her friends with her problems? She sees a therapist. Why? The therapist is an objective party who will listen to what you have to say and ask you questions to lead you to help you understand what your issues are. And they don't tell anybody. As long as you're not going to kill anybody, harm yourself, or harm, they won't tell anybody. So it is an objective party to hear what you have to say, and you don't have to worry about them running go tell anybody. That is private. And they also study different ways, methodologies to help you to work through your problems. They give you also things that you can do on your own to help you work through it. And
Exactly.
they'll let you know some things that you didn't even realize. It's like, because when they listen, they look out for patterns that you don't
Mm-hmm.
realize that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Mm-hmm.
talk about these women that you're with. I don't know about all the women you've been with, but she'll say, you know what? Even though these women are different, you always pick a woman that has such and such and such, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she can help you see it. And you be like, you know what? You're right. You know, so you come to a realization and they will not keep you forever because their job is not to, the job is to help you. It may take a year for you, it may take 6 months, and then you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you talked about couples therapy, yes, a couple should go to therapy if they have issues, or if they feel like they just need an objective prayer just to help them with their relationship and see some things that they need to see. But at the same time, if there's also certain prevalent personalities and things with one of the parties, they need to see a therapist separately as well to work on their own private issues. Because
Exactly.
even if this therapist can help both couples see what their issues are, it's not going to be healed if the person still have these problems that no matter what the therapist tells them, he or she is going to go back to the old ways. So they might need to see a private therapist for themselves plus a couples. There's nothing wrong with it. Like even simple things, we need to treat ourselves. We need to treat ourselves emotionally, mentally,
Hmm.
physically, health,
Hmm.
So um it's nothing wrong with a therapist, and we all need to get out of that. That's why you see people walking down these streets and they need to be on
Crazy.
medication, and they're talking to themselves, and they're going through so many issues. Yes, it could be
Hmm.
medication, but it's mental illness.
And you are absolutely right, because it took me 2 years to go to a therapist, and I wouldn't do it. I thought just like that young fellow, just like there, and I really needed to talk to somebody. I held everything inside to one day I just cracked, and it was like, you got to go talk to somebody. You
Mhm.
really need help right now, else you're gonna snap.
Yeah.
2 kids, bury them. I was ready to
Oh
snap.
wow. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
telling you, snap. And
That's
it took this
difficult.
therapist to talk to me. He said, get it out. I went in there and I didn't want to express myself in front of nobody but him. To this day, I call my therapist when I'm in a mode, because it could swing you back into that mode.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I need the help. I have to receive
Yes.
the help.
I think in the beginning
Yes.
you said something very important,
Mhm.
Zona. You were
Yeah.
saying that Caribbean people,
Mm.
they feel like that is not an avenue. That's not a road that they feel necessary.
They don't. I
But
didn't say that, someone else did.
they look
Mm.
at it as maybe it was Tonya. They look at it as the money. They just like even the respect to
Mhm.
somebody, it's a waste of money. Sometimes it's not, because you have an objective person
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
on my side and is not on your side.
Yep.
And if
Yes.
you're listening to what is being said, you know, um,
And like she said just now, you have to deal with your own mental issues. We have baggage that we have not let down ourselves. So how are we going to learn to get on with others?
yeah, yeah,
Because we don't put it down ourselves. We hold on to it, and then something happened and we snap to it. We're no different than the person that mentally went off, but we have more control.
Yeah.
Molly, you want to jump in, or Queen or Noni? Go ahead, Molly.
Yes, I want to say something with that we're on this therapy topic. So two things. Years ago, one of my good girlfriends, I was complaining to her about my son's father years ago, and she said to me, she was like, "Molly, you know what?" Because I'm asking her like, "Why can't he just understand this?" And she was like, "Molly, when somebody's arm is broken, they have a cast on, and you can see that their arm is broken. There's a cast on it." But she was like, "Well, sometimes when people head not right, they don't have a cast on. Like you cannot see that something is wrong with that person, or that person needs help. Even they can't see it or feel it sometimes." So that kind of helped me with understanding people, and sometimes that they need, mental health, or they need therapy or stuff like that. So that kind of helped me with that. But funnily enough, recently I started going to, like, I have one therapy appointment, and that was Tuesday. And she asked me what brings me to therapy now, right? Like, why'd you start therapy? And I was like, well, I already know that I needed it because my mom passed when I was 13 years old, and I never got to therapy. And as a grown woman, and my dad, obviously elder Jamaican, they don't believe in that, or he don't feel like it's necessary. Even though he did an awesome job. Anyway,
Mhm.
I never got to therapy. I feel like I really, really need it. Now that I'm older and I look back, like, wow, all of us actually, my siblings, all of us could have used the therapy. We didn't get it. So she asked me, if there was one thing I could get out of therapy, what would be the goal? And I'm like, you know what? Ever since my mom passed, it's like I've been the mom of my family, like my siblings and stuff like that, even of the older brothers, like they come to me for advice, so I gotta handle stuff for them and things like that. So this would be my opportunity to stop pouring from an empty cup because everybody is aware now of what I'm going through or what I've been through. So this could be the opportunity for me to just break away and let people know, like, because I'm always like,
The
I
strong.
never say no. I never say no. I never say no. I always try to just add on to what I have going on. And it's difficult. And I feel like I'm going to break. But now is the opportunity for me to. But long story short, it's difficult to find a good therapist because even though I don't know if I like her yet, but one thing she told me is that um, her therapy sessions are more short term and it's usually 6 to 8 sessions. So I'm like, she's like, that's not really long term. So I'm saying to myself, why am I pouring out everything to this woman if you get what I'm saying? I want somebody who I could be with as long as I need them at this point because I don't she's thinking more so she's gonna help me with this short term thing because I just went through a divorce and really and truly the divorce is not my problem. It's that I lost my mom when I was 13 years old. You get what I'm saying?
So,
Yes.
So
so,
I'm
so
thinking
she
about
don't have it
canceling.
open.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
She
Shy.
don't have it open where you can, if you need additional
Oh yeah,
So
counseling.
I'm going through my job and we get 16 free sessions a year, but she told me off the rip, like she was like, yeah, not her business model, but she said something about her something model is short term and it's usually 6 to 8 sessions. So that kind of turned me off in the beginning.
Mhm.
And she set an appointment for the next Tuesday coming, but I'm thinking about canceling it and just,
Mm.
you know,
Is she a social worker? Because I've seen a social worker who will work with a client for like 6 to 8 weeks, and then if they still see that you have
You
certain
need
issues, then
additional.
then move you to refer you to a therapist.
Yeah.
I've
Mm-hmm.
I'm
seen
not
that.
sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it's that way, but I don't feel like pouring out everything to this lady and then going to somebody else. I want to go. I want to be with somebody who I'm just be with. I want to get with. I know
Well,
it's
give
difficult.
me a call. I could give you my Dr. Maul. He's
Okay.
a very good he could do virtual. He could come in the office and visit with you. He's a Jamaican doctor and he's very understanding. And the first thing he's gonna tell us to do exactly what you did. You sat down and wrote your story. That's the greatest thing. You're a
Yeah.
blessing to yourself, much less to others.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Because
Molly,
people
don't
need
give
to
up
hear.
on this
And
therapist
Molly,
though.
don't
Talk
give
to
up.
her.
Don't
Yeah.
give up
Yeah,
on
talk
your
to her.
sessions. Yes. And the next thing, you're looking for closure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see closure? That's
Yeah.
going to come from the Lord up above, not from a
What you
therapist.
mean?
I
I'm
don't
looking
mean to
for closure,
sound
but what?
wrong.
No, 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 no. What you mean? I'm looking for closure, though.
From between you and your mom.
Yes, I
It's a
need that.
different, it's a different, I know how to explain it, but I was looking closure from my children. And I had to deal with the Lord. I couldn't deal with a therapist because he's going to tell you and speak to you to the way you and your mom, get that closure.
Yeah,
No therapist. I don't know if you understand me because when my kids died, I couldn't understand why this happened. It was always a why. Can you fill me on that? But
yeah,
spiritually, that's going to come from God.
yeah,
She might
Yes.
need both, she might need
Yes.
someone
Hmm.
in church and a
Yes.
therapist. Maybe the way she
Yeah.
deals with
Hmm.
relationships, whether it's
Yes.
with a man or whether it's with her friends or family,
Hmm.
it may
And
be a
and
certain way because of the loss of her mother that she never really done. So maybe media therapy can help her explore her relationship,
Hmm.
interact with others
Right.
based on
And that's what
the
I
loss
was
of her
saying,
mother.
how
Plus,
how
she should have
how
someone in church.
society changed. Because years
Mm.
ago, that was the church job,
Right.
to have
Hmm.
periodic counseling with their parishioner,
Yes.
or you could go to a um a preacher and talk to them. You know what I mean? To
Hmm.
give
Churches
some
still have that,
counseling.
you know.
Common.
Then I don't see
Some
it no
churches
more.
still have that.
One moment. Let me read some comments. Well, I have two comments here. Before Donna says, "Good night, all." It's Donna D, the Rasta Queen, once again on the scene. Blessings to you, Donna.
Oh,
Blessings, Anna.
Sharon,
good
Sharon,
night,
says,
Donna. It's been a while.
and Sharon says sometimes a man action and the things he say turns a woman off, so she will not undress in front of him. Sharon also said woman needs to stop being caregiver for men. Sometimes we
Mhm.
need to walk away because if a man hit you one time, he will hit you again.
Again. Mhm.
That's true. They show
Yeah.
you who they are the first time. It's not gonna get better.
Mhm.
Okay, Noni, you've been real quiet. Well, we haven't. You have your internet keep going in and out. What's going on with you over there?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, there's been a lot going on, but it's some really, really good stories and very enlightening. Very, very good topic because domestic violence to me has always been on the rise. I am definitely come from that, with my ex, my children's father. So I know what that is all about. And the verbal and emotional abuse is always where it starts. Um, and you become accustomed to it, maybe because you saw that portrayed, growing up. I know I did. My parents fought, you know, um, domestic violence. I never saw my dad hit my mom, but it was a lot of arguments and things of that such. And I think that's why I stayed in my marriage so long, was because it was okay because he didn't put his hands on me, not knowing that if it started with the verbal, abuse, that it would become violent, which it did. And then it only did, I thank God that I came out of it alive. But at the same time, those scars are just as deep. When you're verbally abused, self-esteem lowered, so many things happen even with that. So everyone is right when you say these things need to be talked about, because if you're in a narcissistic, relationship, isolation is number one. And when he can isolate you, starting off with your friends, your family, everything is hush hush. You don't talk about it. You kind of learned it from your parents, but especially when the narcissist, gets everybody on his side. They're called flying monkeys. Like, he would never do that because, my husband was a minister. So we came through the church. So that's where I got a lot of my counseling, because we had those tools right inside of our church.
Yeah. That's it.
So I think someone on the panel said, I've never been to a therapist per se in that way, again, because I utilized the tools right within my church to get the counseling I needed. Not saying that it should not be an ongoing thing that needs to happen, but a lot of my healing with where I'm at today, I thank God that I did have those tools, and I am able to talk about it, and I am able to enlighten others on who might be going through this. And I'll tell y'all another thing that happens, because trauma with these men, and we have trauma as well, but I did not know the deep underlying traumas that my children's father, which he's passed away now, that he had so much trauma from a baby, like stuff he could remember vividly. But I found out little by little, as the years kept going on, that we were married, that it was so much trauma, and he really needed counseling for some of the stuff that he had been through,
Mhm.
not healed, you know um very sick mentally, getting, marrying a woman, not even ready for that. But another thing too, we weren't educated. We didn't know anything about being with a narcissist and what that meant. I had to have a friend tell me, 15 years later, do you know what you're dealing with? And I'm like, not really. I just think he has some issues. But then when I started looking it up and researching it, I didn't realize that here I am, an empath, and I let this man into my life. So it is definitely real. I haven't had anything tragic as far as, murder, thank God. And my heart goes out to anyone who has had that to happen, those who are on the panel as well. So we do need to talk about this more. We do need to shed light on really who and what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And it's really high time that we're not quiet, that we do talk about it. Um, my children witnessed a lot with me being married, and I'm always praying for them and talking to them because you got so many children unaliving themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they saw it. They didn't understand it because they were young. So that's a trigger, that's a trauma for them. So, Lady D, I really appreciate you allowing this topic to be
Mm-hmm.
talked about, shared, and sounding the alarm in our community. So
Yeah.
let's
And
keep talking. Let's
we
keep
need
talking.
this conversation, and not just with adults, but we need to start talking to our children also. I see them even when I was in childcare early. I was in early care, and I see how aggressive these little young men are. These little young boys are. And we usually try, us as teachers in my school, we used to try and channel their energy into something more positive, apologizing to each other, things of that nature we used to do. But now it's so hard because the classrooms are so overcrowded that it's very hard to give these children the attention that they need, even in the school system, because sometimes the parents are not there. So the teachers have to take up that responsibility, even though it shouldn't have to be that way, but it is at times, because I remember I had to wash somebody's butt at one time because poop on himself and they sent him to school that way. So sometimes we as the outsiders have to take up the responsibilities also of educating these children in the way they need to go. And I know some folks are scared now because they said the kids don't listen, they're disrespectful and the parents are rude and whatever, but we have to do something. It's
So I
getting worse and worse.
Hey, Jai,
I
Jai want to say something. Go ahead, Jai.
I was gonna say no. I agree with at least leaving it available for these resources. Wanted to send my condolences first. And if I could give you the biggest hug, I would.
Mhm.
Um, but I feel like at some point as an adult, it becomes a choice because you know what that felt like. Everybody has feelings and everybody knows what they feel at some point, right? It may not be
Mhm.
how deep you want to feel it or how deep you want to go into what you're feeling to work it out. But everybody knows the initial: I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm angry. You know those emotions. Um, and so, since we're having just a personal panel today, I don't have the greatest experience even with my kid's dad. And today just made me realize how lucky I am that I made some of the choices that I made to try to take myself away from that situation, even though you still deal with the backlash of some men just being so angry that they're willing to even take it out on their kids just to piss you off, you know? And it goes back even to the guy who hurt those 8 babies.
Mhm.
Um, at some point it's a choice to me, like you said, to even look for the resources or to be honest with yourself to say you have a problem, and so I think that's what I wanted to say as well, as like sometimes as parents, I know our goal is to do everything we can to make our kids just be safe functioning human beings in this world, and praying that we instill enough wisdom in them to be able to make sound decisions. But I also know from a woman's perspective who's afraid and embarrassed of their situation.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not just because you saw something happening,
Mhm.
it's because in real time you're in fight or flight and you don't know if it's even safe to have that conversation about fight or flight.
Yes.
So you're battling yourself on what you should do next. And it's just so unfortunate that people take advantage of that situation and it ends to even lives being taken when you don't even have that authority, you know?
Yes.
So I would say don't blame yourself. And I know I can't tell you what to do, but it's just coming from someone who, I mean, and still actively. Now it's more so you stop caring about you and you're like, I just want my kids safe.
Mhm.
So I really feel like it's a conversation that we really do need to keep open, especially for these men, because
Yes.
as many women are on this panel tonight, everybody's had an experience that's telling.
So,
Yep.
In saying
Yeah.
that, you made me think
It-
about something, and
yeah.
what I think about when you talk about women, a lot of us have these issues too. When a lot of women get stuck in a relationship too because of financial reasons, and
Mhm.
if you when you're in this relationship and you're living in a house and he helps takes care of everything, and either you're not working or you're making a little money, and he becomes abusive. Now you need to go. But you like the life that you had with him, and you like the fact of being married, like the title of being the wife. And and then if you have kids put on top of it, it's difficult. Like, where are you gonna go? Like, some women are brave enough, and I'm not saying the women who stay are not brave, but I'm saying to leave and go into a shelter, you know, to build yourself
Yes.
again until you can go.
Yes.
Not all women
And
can
some
do that. So it's
and
so you made me think about that too. That's another
yeah.
thing. It's
And then
financial
sometimes it's
security.
some women are in their minds, or maybe I can only speak for myself in my experience. It was more so you see what the traumas that they're fighting and they're battling, and you want to save them, and
That's
you're
another
throwing
thing.
yourself into the fire to save them.
Yes.
That's
And
my
I just
daughter.
thank God that
That was my daughter.
my wake up call
Yeah.
for all of that was I found out I was about to have this baby. And then I
Mhm.
found out it was a little girl.
Mm.
And I had to really stop and reflect on what I was accepting and allowing, and if I
Mhm.
would be okay with that happening to my kid.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that was my wake up call. And then you have to start planning accordingly, because some people take it too far,
Yeah.
so I feel like that's where it comes in. Sometimes that wake up call don't come fast enough, or
Yeah.
you're just so invested on trying to heal this person so they
Yeah.
can be the person that you
Yeah.
Yeah. People
know
want
they
to be
can be,
saviors.
and you're
Oh
just
my
sitting in the
God.
fire.
We
Y'all
think
are
we can.
filling my heart because my daughter, y'all
Yeah.
just making me hear the words that she's saying to me.
Yeah.
I really love y'all for this tonight. It's
Yeah.
smoothing my heart
We
because it's
love
like
you too.
I'm hearing my baby saying these words. Ma, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to die like this. But, I was trying to help. I was trying to save him. I was trying to do
Yeah,
right, be that good wife. And
Yeah.
she end up
for
in her
better or for worse,
situation.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
because when is it enough? Like, at
Yeah.
what point do
yeah,
you separate yourself and say,
Hmm.
you know what? Um, I have to choose me. I have
Yeah.
to love me because I can't love you and love
Hmm.
me at the same time.
See,
and
he
that's
If
didn't
why
I
beat
love
her.
you, yeah,
I love, yeah, he didn't beat her. He
yeah,
mentally
yeah.
and that and
beat
that
her though.
one is another, because
Worse.
it
See,
is.
that's what I
Sometimes
was
it's
talking
worse
about
because
earlier.
you can
Yeah.
feel it and you can look at it. But when it's mental, sometimes it takes you time to even realize that's
Yeah.
happening. Because when you get hit,
Right.
not
Yeah,
saying you
Mm,
not saying
mm,
you're the one
mm,
that's hurt. So
mm.
when you get
yeah,
hit, you can look and say, "Oh my gosh, it hurts.
Some
What
of
did he just do to me?" But mentally, they twist it so much that
Oh,
you
Exactly.
don't
or
realize
sometimes
what's
you
happening.
just taking it because you love them so much. It's like
Yeah, but
you
sometimes you don't
freaking
even
out.
realize it's happening
Yeah,
because
some of these
until you start to see the pattern. You say, "Wait a minute, didn't this happen before?" And he apologized. Wait a minute, again? And then
and then
you start
sometimes you,
feeling bad.
Wait a minute.
And then
yeah.
One moment, ladies. Um, Comment. Sharon says most people that are abusers were themselves abused.
exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Debbie says.
I agree.
Debbie says.
Mm,
Topic. Conrad.
Thank you, Debbie.
Debbie. Conrad says, "Who's been raising these boys since
mm,
1940? Their
mm.
mom or their dad?" It,
Oh boy.
Sharon says.
That's the problem.
Sharon says it is good to know your partner family dynamic,
Oh yes.
his relationship with his siblings, how he deals with mother, his
Yes.
past relationship.
You know, Sharon hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
The first thing is
Yeah.
how he deals with his mother. That is a
Disrespected.
telltale sign all the time.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it's
Across
Very
the board.
disrespectful.
Conrad says polygamy gets rid of rape, child molestation,
Oh, here we go again.
murder, and all crime because men will be occupied with family issues.
Here he go again with
He
this.
says, who on the panel is married? Then Kim says, just because you're abused doesn't excuse one being an abuser.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Yeah,
Mm.
So
yeah.
What the marriage have to do with it? I
I'm
was married.
you ever heard of
What that
FLDS?
has to do with it?
Mhm.
32 years of marriage and was still
Yeah.
abused. What that have to do with it?
Conrad is
Mhm.
one of those that always comes on the panel and to me and always try to direct this back to a woman, you know.
Mhm.
And, so I figure the question of who's been raising, because he's came on the panel before and said that we are raising the kids in a one out household, mother household. I think
No, me and my husband raised my children. Me and my husband, Mr. Brown, we raised our kids from babies on up. He
Well,
had a
his
little hiccup. He had to leave.
um,
But
also didn't want to I also didn't want to go past something that Molly was saying in regards to her therapist and because the time is coming down. But going dealing with a therapist and dealing with the loss of your mom because all of that plays into what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate, how you deal with situation and life. I would encourage you. I'm not sure if I'm still muffled or not, but I would encourage you to continue your path on um, speaking with a therapist.
yes,
And don't
definitely.
make that deter you because you may have a limited time because that limited time may be the time that you had needed with
Yeah,
one particular. And sometime in life stages, someone is not around forever, but the but the walk that they walk with you may bring you to a point, and the next person that comes along may bring you to that closure that you may need. So I think where you're at, we need start there and don't worry about tomorrow. Deal with what you're dealing with now and today and get the work on the closure that you need.
yeah,
I do agree with Zona that maybe sometimes we do need to sit back and really just talk and
yeah,
ask ourselves maybe questions of what were we missing, in our childhoods. Like I've heard a lot of women on this panel spoke of what they saw in their childhood, and maybe that is what made us propel to want to be the saviors for these guys or to give them second chances or
yeah,
because we saw our mom stayed in a relationship.
And ladies,
yes,
it's true. I can even identify with that because growing up, my parents, both of my parents, they never separated. They were 50 odd years together before they went on.
God
And
bless.
I never really heard them raise their voice. You might hear a little noise in the room, but they always close the door. And you hear a
mm,
little bit of talking inside of there, but
mm,
not to the point where they're yelling and screaming at each other. My father used to have a thing where he said, "Oh, confound such a look," and he's gone. You know what I mean? And Mama said, "Read us," and she's done. So
But
it's what you grow up in, and I'm telling you, all my siblings, God, they have a heart of gold. I'm sorry to say that, not because they're my siblings.
I could not phantom what you
Mhm.
were going through, Molly, in regards to
Yeah,
losing a parent
yeah,
such
Mhm.
age and not really and having to immediately step up to be that mom
Mhm.
mm-hmm,
to
mm-hmm,
direct and comfort, but yet you're not being comforted.
Yeah.
yeah,
Take
yeah,
this time to comfort yourself. Speak with whom you need to speak.
Mhm.
Take it
Mhm.
at a time. Don't shut the door because you heard that, hey, I'm only going to be here for this time.
yeah,
Maybe that is the time that you
Mhm.
need for that impact that you need in your life. And
And
then
you got one life,
go
one life.
yeah,
to go to the
yeah,
next step.
Jesus.
Then if this person is to be in your journey to the next step, then Jah will make it happen.
Hey.
Now,
Or
if
they can
and
refer
not
her to
to anybody
someone
else,
too.
sorry, but I also wanted to tell you too. I do have, if you did want another one, I know Miss Zona offered, but I'll offer as well. The office that I go to, because I love therapy. Listen, I root for it for everybody. I want everybody to try it one time.
Hmm.
But I do have an office, black women, um, and it's somebody for everybody, literally. So if you're interested, I'm more than happy to share that information with you as well.
Mhm.
mhm.
And you could also reach me at 470-893-4554. Or Google me, Zona Inman, and you'll see. You could pull me up my phone number.
Side note, can I just say one thing to Zona? Zona, I
Yes.
think I know you, and I think you came to my dad's place in Westmoreland in the country, in the mountains, years ago. My best friend is Nicole.
Oh my God, I love you. I love you,
Yeah.
baby.
Just
I'm looking and saying, why this person look familiar to me? But I
Yeah.
couldn't. You see,
Wow.
family,
Small
Small
family.
world
world.
is
You
this.
see it?
Wow.
You
Small
see it
world.
there?
oh,
Family.
Tonya wanted
Juka, her best friend, dad is my son, my oldest son, godfather. They father in Jamaica,
What?
both of them right now together.
all right.
You see it there? I
Wow.
love you more. You just
Small
come down
world.
here a month ago or so, Nicole, and come to me. I
Yeah.
love you, baby.
Mhm.
Wow.
We
Tonya,
got so you
And
have my number. I don't gotta reach out to you. You have my number.
Okay. No, with
and Zona,
the
you know
person
I
who was
know
giving
you
me
for
the information.
30 odd years.
Oh, Queenie,
My
you not see me
sympathy go
salute you.
out, my
You
condolence. I
don't
love
see I
you.
salute you from the
Love
Thank
you,
beginning.
sis.
Yeah.
Love
Love.
you.
30
Love
years strong,
Yes,
Georgia.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
30 this year.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
Yes.
amazing.
go ahead, Tonya.
Oh
Yes.
God, y'all making me cry. I can't.
Broke my heart when I heard that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Tonya,
Hi,
So
God, Queenie.
Yes,
Hi.
sis.
go ahead.
Oh,
All
look
right.
to
God got
God.
you
Sorry, who was
covered.
giving
He
me the
got you on the
referral?
baby.
But
He
Zona,
got
you
you
know,
on the
you're a
baby
testimony
covered.
to strength. You're a testimony
Yes.
Yes.
that
What
no
I
matter what you can
always
get, make
see
it through. You can make it
God's
through.
eye, make him your eye, everyone, because that's the eye we want to look at. You
Okay.
understand? His
Yeah.
eye is our eye.
Tonya
Yes.
wanted
'Cause-
to say something. Go ahead, Tonya, real quick. Go ahead, Tonya. Tonya came off. Tonya,
I'm here.
go ahead.
Mm.
No, I was just saying, wanted to say you need a circle. You need a circle that you can talk to. There's no judging.
yes.
It's
Yes.
just, support.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Mhm.
about right and wrong.
Right.
It's just being able to speak to others, listen,
Yeah.
understand, have empathy. That's the most
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
thing that nowadays that the world doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Much so.
And
Yes.
there are people, many people losing parents. Some, I've been hearing people say they're offering when they lose both parents.
Mm,
And I don't know how to react to that because I haven't experienced it. I just lost one. But at the end of the day, with everything that we go to, you have to be transparent with
mm,
things. I tell people a lot of times, anybody know me, I can talk. I will talk my business in a heartbeat. If there's
mm,
a secret in my life, nobody knows, even if it includes somebody else, that person don't
mm,
even know it's a secret.
mm,
I'm not afraid to share my experience, my story, because it can help someone else.
Yes.
That's true.
mm,
Yeah.
That's true.
The
Yes.
pride, being
That's true.
embarrassed. You think about
mm,
what someone is going to think about me, being
Yeah,
embarrassed. I
it
went
is
through
true.
that. And I had to realize, listen, I rather the embarrassment, but knowing that I walked away, I'm still alive. I don't
Yeah.
have a record, just different things. So we have to know how to look at those things, put them together, and at the end of the day, when they say, I survive.
Yes.
amen.
I
Amen.
survive. And when you say it, it's from the heart because you did the work, you did what you needed to do to
To
be
get
able to
Yes.
say, I survived. So
Mhm.
yeah.
that's
Hallelujah.
what I want to say to everyone. Because, like
Mm,
Josh said, we all go through some form of abuse.
yes.
If it's not mental, it's physical, it's
Go.
sexual. We
Emotional.
have. Some
Yeah.
people share it, some don't. But
Yeah.
never fails. Always share your story. There's no
Mm,
embarrassment.
So
The only
you
thing
know,
that you could do, you can save the next person's life or give that
hallelujah.
next person encouragement to deal with the situation, either
yes,
going to the law, going to therapy, leaving that situation. So my
yes.
take tonight is that at the end of the day, let's start having not a womanhood, but a familyhood. That's with men and women.
Amen.
And you know what she said? Two things came to mind. First thing was, in especially in Jamaican culture, everything on hush hush. Nobody tell nobody my business. No,
Mm-hmm.
don't tell nobody your business. And you know what? That secret or whatever that eats away at you and
Mhm.
eats away, and then that's what becomes a mental problem. And if
Tester.
you
Yeah.
release it, you
Mhm.
release it. It's no
Mhm.
longer your problem anymore, and you can be
Mm,
free of the burden.
hey.
So when you
Yeah.
said that, that's what I thought about. And that's something
Yeah.
I'm also working through because I hold things. Some things I let go, and sometimes some things I hold on. And
Yeah.
the next thing you said to when you said that your life may save somebody else's, no matter if you think you may be embarrassed about it. You remember there
Mm,
was a woman, a black woman at a school. She was a secretary, and she was supposed to work that day. It was somebody else, but she came in, and this young man came to shoot up the school and kill the children.
mm,
And he was talking to her. He's like, "Oh, you don't know my life." She said, "Your life? What's about mine?" I said, "I have a son who has disabilities, severe disabilities, and my husband left me. And I'm here trying to work on my own. And I'm here and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how." And she talked to the guy, and the guy never shoot up the school. And she ended up calling the police. Police came and got me. She saved all the children because she have issues and she was able to share it. And she actually saved people's lives, you know? So
Mhm.
and I
it's
want to piggyback on something. No one's orphanage. You understand?
okay.
Ashton don't have his mother. She's in heaven. His father in prison doing life, but he
Yeah.
have his mother. God said
Yeah.
we have many mothers. You
Yes.
understand? And
Village.
many Hey, so
Yay.
you're
Yeah.
never alone. You have
Amen.
many.
Yeah.
You know you can call on me personally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay?
It's
So
it's
you're
Yeah.
nobody's orphanage and you're not alone. Ever.
Amen.
Because you see this group right here? This what bring us all together. Like she said, let's be womanhood.
Yeah.
What did you say? I didn't maybe say it.
Familyhood, womanhood.
Okay, all right. So that's where we at now. You understand? You have many mothers. See all of the mothers? And Queenie are the oldest mother upon this page. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
And she been my mother for 30 years.
Truth, I'm
It's
telling
not
you.
only Esther, my
Mhm.
mother. See them, these ladies here? Them are my mother too. Because you see who I just finished crying to? All of my
Yeah.
mothers.
On Friday, Dwight and I was talking about the same thing. We're telling his
All
son.
right.
his son that is 32 years we've been friends. Yeah.
All right.
We gotta,
Okay.
and we need to start getting back close conversations. We gotta have
Yes.
those
It's very
conversations.
important
Yes.
because we need it for one another.
And you know,
Yes.
I just want to commend each and every one of you ladies that are on the panel for sharing and for
Hmm.
encouraging and willing to open your phone lines, your arms to embrace women, you know. And I'm sorry, it's not necessarily just about women. Like Tonya said, familyhood.
Yes.
Include
Yeah.
males
And women.
willing to be open, you know,
Yeah.
because we have to start somewhere. Couple of the comments too I don't want to read, but it's
Oh,
need to read.
yeah.
Conrad says no woman can raise boys, they raise sissies. And he also say gay men are touching black women, teaching black women how to be a woman. And then Kim says once transparency can be a testimony to another that they can endure.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's
And
good.
Amen.
Conrad is trying to stir it. He's trying to
No, that's
stir the pot.
unnecessary.
he trying to
No,
He's
but
trying
he's
to stir
right.
the
No
pot.
woman can raise no man as far as that point. We could only teach them the basics.
Teach them, but we're not
Yeah.
raising
But
sissies.
I'm sorry, the
And we're
better
not
question
raising
is where
We're
sissies.
not
where are
raising
the
Amen to
men?
sissies.
that.
Yeah,
It
my
just
Because I
son
had
is
yeah.
real
not
men.
sleeping.
But that's my
Yeah.
question is where are the men though? Like
Right.
if it's just women,
Yeah.
the
That's what I
better
was just
question is
about
where
to
Yeah.
are the
say.
men? Where are they?
Thank you.
They're
Go
breaking
Because
call
the
your
law.
homeboys.
years ago, the men used to jump in. You had 20 different uncles and they're not blood uncles. Now,
Mhm.
So who's the sissy?
Okay. And the white raised my sons to be men. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
When they
that's,
dad went to whatever, he was right there to take up the slack. That's my brother.
and
Mm-hmm.
That's
that's
right.
that's what
yes,
we need
man.
this time and age from men.
Hmm.
And for
Speaking of
Yeah.
men, where the respect that
that,
if he's having feedback, he could have called, right?
yeah,
You
Where the
you
respect that
see,
go?
you see, abandoning the mission, talking
I'm
about
sorry.
sissy.
I'm sorry. Can I just get the information of who was giving me the therapy? They said it was black women. I'm sorry. I
yes.
missed.
He messed up, boy. You better
Oh,
get
that's
off
me.
this
Yes, yes,
line.
yes, yes.
Wait,
Do do
Jai,
you
the information for the black women.
do you have Instagram?
Yes.
What's your Instagram name?
It's underscore
Hold on.
MALIPOPPINS. Molly Poppins. Underscore Molly Poppins.
Oh, like your YouTube. Find you.
And
Okay.
I'll get to you tomorrow through Nikki, okay, baby?
Definitely,
And
man.
we have about 5 minutes left on the
And
program.
I gotta get off because I have to put Ashton to bed.
For school. And
Yes,
I just want to once again just thank you all, ladies. And
yes.
every time that you all feel that you need to continue this reason, and even if it's once a month, we come together.
Hmm.
We could do it on air, we could do it off air, we could do it via WhatsApp. But it's a great thing to do a support group of family. What you
Hmm.
Yeah.
said, Tonya, yeah, familyhood. And let's strengthen each other and
Yes.
there for
Mhm.
each other. I want to also take this opportunity once again to invite you all to the fantabulous programmings here. As you're listening now, Reasoning Thursday, as I said, Reasoning Thursday is a program that no topic is off limits. And we just agree, disagree, and we just most definitely reason with one another. So if you have a topic that you would like to be discussed, then send it into DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com, and we will most definitely invite you to be on the panel and with us. And do listen to the Lady D show Saturdays, 12 to 4 p.m. You have All About Love, Nothing But Love each and every Sunday nights, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You have Let's Gripe each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's Tonya right there, the Let's Gripe crew. All
Mhm.
right. Be sure to join them. Do also go and visit to the Fantabulous programming. They have lots of chat, lots of rooms over there at YouTube's Radio, and we're on their chat room. And they have reggae room and soca room and all sorts of rooms. Also, I want to say big shouts to Victoria's 89.1 FM. Just want to thank you for always supporting us. And also to all of our sponsors. We want to thank you for supporting us. This weekend is Memorial Weekend that
Mhm.
Imagine it comes so fast. Woo!
Mhm.
Mhm. And
make
I'm cooking up that fish, so y'all better drop by.
and we
Woo!
want to make
Okay.
I'm gonna
sure
have to take a flight.
let me take this opportunity before I drop this on Memorial. Want to take the opportunity, Zona, would you like to give information for your fish fry
Yeah.
for your
Yes.
children?
I do Zona's Pull Up Kitchen every Friday, each and every Friday. But this weekend we having something special going on. We're celebrating these graduating little 6 year olds around here. And we also frying fish, jerk chicken. I'm doing tomorrow's special is gonna be sawfish and fried dumplings
Woo!
at 2503 Ginger Leaf Drive, Conyers, Georgia, 30013. That would be at my location tomorrow. And this Friday, we doing it big with the fish fry. Come on out and enjoy some great food.
Yes. And it is in honor
Conyers,
of
Conyers,
yeah, and it's
What? Which exit you get off at?
what
Zona. Which
huh?
exit? Which exit you get off?
Salem Road,
Salem
Salem
Road.
Road.
Okay. Salem
Yes,
Road. Okay.
yes.
and it is in honor of Zona's beautiful daughter, Shakima Brown, along
Thank you.
um her brother, and it is
Yes,
definitely for a good cause,
thank you.
and to help get the grave markers. So, what do you have, a Zell or
I have Zelle. My Zelle is 470-893-4554. That's my name. My phone number, Zona Inman. And my Cash App is $, 470-893-4554. And we're doing this donation far as the support to put their grave down this year on their grave, their plot, sorry, down for their grave. It's been a rough time. It's been a hard time. I'm not gonna act like it's been easy, but it haven't. Taking care of her son, home, and all. And I'm just trying to get this down this year, and we're doing it. The big one is gonna coming up. I'm gonna give out the date soon, Diane. I don't want to give it out so soon, but each and every Friday, I'm doing this in support of my daughter, Shakima Brown, Domestic Violence Foundation.
all right?
Okay.
And we want to also take this. I also want to take this opportunity as well to invite you all to go on over to and support Molly's story. And I had a little info on her as well that I wanted to put up. So I wanted you all to go on over and it's her red flag and it's her story. So I wanted you all to go over to her YouTube channel and definitely support support her. And you want to give out that information for your YouTube channel, Molly, and where you can definitely enlighten our listeners as to the strength that you have in walking away before it got any more difficult.
Yes, the YouTube channel is Molly Poppins Adventures because I started doing a bunch of random YouTube stuff, but I took this seriously. My 12 episode docu series, episodes 11 and 12, dropped this evening actually. Um, yeah, Molly Poppins Adventures, and it's just basically the reason why I put it out there is to hopefully touch someone else to leave when they see the signs. You know, catch it in the wind. Don't wait till you get hit by a boulder to actually wake up and say, you know what, I should leave. Leave before the time before it gets, it escalates. That's the only reason I put
Even
it.
even your story, Mal. You know, you could put that in pamphlets or booklet or something.
Yeah, I've been people been telling me to turn it into a book.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of a
Book.
book, but because it's short excerpt, I was thinking more like a
You
pamphlet
can do
type.
like an ebook or a pamphlet. Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
Mhm.
I'm investing, Molly. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thank you, thank
I've
you.
been watching it. It's good.
Yeah,
I
I
love your
did
think
too.
pieces at the end.
Mm.
Yes, I love the lessons that are learned. And
Hmm.
also, I'm trying to get this screen up real quick so that I could
Telling you.
it's for Memorial Week, for Memorial Weekend, and didn't know this at all. I did not know that this was something that Memorial was based off of black slaves, but I'm unable to get it up on the screen. So
Mm.
what I would do is I'll play her clip real quick, and then we all say our arrivedercis and good night, so we can go and get our babies. And
Thank you. To bed.
too bad. Thanks for gracing us. But for Memorial Weekend, folks, just remember that when they're making it about them, remember
Mhm.
that it was really, really about us.
Back saved. Mhm.
The one we celebrate with fireworks, I'm starting to think they really don't want us to know this because Memorial Day, the one we celebrate with fireworks and long weekends, it has black roots that were never taught. After the Civil War ended in 1865, Union
Mhm.
had been held prisoner at a racetrack in Charleston, South Carolina. More than
Mm.
250 of them died there. But the Confederates just buried them in mass graves. No names, no ceremony. So 28 black men, newly freed from slavery, spent 2 weeks digging them up and gave every single soldier a proper burial. They built a fence around the graves, and above the entrance, they wrote martyrs of the race course. Then on May 1st, 10,000 people showed up. 3,000 black school children led the way, singing, carrying flowers, honoring soldiers who died for their freedom, making this the first Memorial Day. That happened 3 years before the government made it an official holiday. And for a long time, it was erased from history on purpose. So the next time you see a Memorial Day parade, think about the foundational Black American men, women, and children who held the first one. Share this with someone who thinks Black history starts and ends in February. Right. So on that note, good night to each and every one. Zona, you want to say good night? Queen, you want to say good
Good
night?
night and peace and blessings be unto everyone.
Arrivederci. I'll see you all next week, same time.
Yes.
Love you
All right.
guys.
Okay. God bless.
Good night. It was an
Night
honor
night.
and it was a
It's a
privilege to be with
blessing.
everyone tonight. Have a good night.
Good
See
night,
you next week.
everyone.
Sonia, Molly.
Molly, I'll get with you tomorrow.
Get
Okay.
ready.
Love you, honey. Night night.
Nice talking to you, Molly.
Right,
You
Josh.
too.
Likewise, darling.
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks
Good
for the
night, everybody.
combo.
Good night.
Good night, Ja.
7 days a week. You can listen to the best in.
See y'all next week. Good
See
night.
y'all next week. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Safe, safe Memorial Weekend.
Yes.